UFC 325 has gone down in the history books as one of those cards that was just heartbreaking. This sport is like nothing else in the world, I'm not going to lie to you. We see dreams get crushed. Our own dreams as fans get crushed every single weekend. It's rough. It's fun. We're going to dive right into our breakdown for UFC 325. We're going to start with the main event. Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes ended in an Alexander Volkanovski masterclass. Like an actual masterclass from Volk. Masterclass, by the way. I had Diego Lopes. Now wondering why. E-Rock, why? Why? Because if you checked out my locks of the week, I told you guys straight up we're going Volk. Something told me throughout the week. I saw the picture of him compared from last year to this year. Yo, we back? Yeah, I'm back. I'm doing my review. I saw the picture of him from last year compared to this year, and I was like, you know what? It's over. Then I saw this little infection or mark he had on his ear. I was like, oh, it's done. I saw the little gimmick that he had walking out on the press conference, and it gave me flashbacks to him versus Ilia Topuria, and I thought it was over. How'd you feel about the Ruffy fighting? We'll get to that soon. Breaking down the whole card right now. So seeing that I switched up on Volk, and Volk went out there and completely demolished Diego Lopes for a second time. For a second time. Wagwan dispose. For a second time. Just feel like an idiot. I feel like a dummy. My main card locks, I don't know what's up with me. I don't know what's going on. But Volk looked like prime Volkanovski out there. How bad is Gene Silva? How bad is everybody in the featherweight division? Do we see how good Volkanovski is at the age that he's at? How good is Ilia Topuria, by the way? Because Ilia Topuria put Volk down. I don't want to hear none of this Volkanovski's old, Volkanovski's geriatric. Look what Ilia did to him. Look what Diego couldn't do to him for over 50 minutes. They fought for 50 minutes, by the way. Went to decision twice. Diego couldn't finish him. You know? Okay, but he's good. Diego put on a fight for the last fight. Diego was playing tag his whole camp. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. But Volk had this in the bag. Literal masterclass from Volkanovski. At the end, he calls out winner of Lerone Murphy versus Mosvar, which is going to headline the March card all the way down there in London. And look, if Mosvar beats Lerone Murphy, so we're just going to ignore my Ruffy but jump ahead to Volk? No, we're starting at the main event and we're working our way down. If Mosvar beats Lerone Murphy, it's a guaranteed Volk win. If Mosvar beats Lerone Murphy, it's a guaranteed Volk win. It's over. Like, we're cooked. It's over. Well, not, Volk is just going to ride off in the sunset. But Lerone beats Mosvar. Lerone slept Mosvar in sparring. And he's going to do it again in March, okay? So, hopefully we get to see that. And, look, I'm a fan of Volk. I love Volk. But I don't think anybody should be able to ride off into the sunset. This is a sport of violence, okay? And we need the belt to change hands. For real. Where do you put Volk on the all-time great list? Supposed to chill, nobody takes their job serious. That I'm on. Uncle's one of my favorite streamers. Well, relax, boys. Where do you put Volk in the all-time GOAT list? Not top 5. Not top 5, definitely top 10. Not top 5, definitely top 10. And what's next for Diego Lopes, boys? I'm not going to lie to you. Give him the Gene Silva. Give him the Gene Silva rematch. Why not? Or just give him Arnold Allen. Or you know what? Actually, let's just do Diego versus Yair. Let's get the real grudge match in. I feel like he shouldn't have got a rematch with Volk right away, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, everybody thinks that. The UFC was just pushing for Diego Lopes to get that W, boys. But let's go to this co-main event. Which was heartbreaking to watch. Now, BSD went out there and just completely dismantled Dan Hooker. I mean, it was rough. It was rough. BSD just looked like prime Habib, shooting takedowns, ground and pounding, acting like an animal. Moose, relax. Acting like an animal. Dan Hooker threw your parlay. Dan Hooker threw everything. My parlay was thrown from the start with Obon Elliott. My parlay was literally thrown from the start. But BSD walked out there and looked like actual prime Khabib. It was rough. It was rough to watch. I don't know what Dan Hooker is going to say in the face of this loss, but BSD comes away from this with a little bit of a swollen face. But Herb Dean needs to be investigated, by the way, because Dan Hooker's laying on the floor eating elbows for 5 minutes straight. 5 minutes of elbows, 6 to 12, 12 to 6, sideways elbows, tomahawk elbow, eating all sorts of elbows. And Herb Dean is just sitting there staring at him like, oh, you're all right? You're breathing? Oh, all right. Early stoppage? That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying Herb Dean needs to be investigated. Very early stoppage. I don't understand. But seriously, Dan, all the dudes at City Kickboxing, it's time to go. Except for Volk. Volk could stay. Everybody is cooked. Robert, cooked. Dan, cooked. Izzy, cooked. Need I go on? Cam Rousey. We'll get to Cam Rousey in a minute. Ruffy can stay. Ruffy. This is how I feel about Ruffy. But BSD calls out Arman. I mean, listen, nobody wants to fight Arman, so what a call-out. What a call-out. Feed him. Feed BSD to Arman. At this point, feed BSD to Arman. Why not? Arman's dominating BSD. Yeah, Arman is going to eat BSD. Round 1. He's going to squeeze him until he pops. Dan should not have been fighting so soon after the Arman fight. I think Dan had like a sour taste in his mouth after the Arman fight. I'm pretty sure that's what he said on one of the interviews with Mac Life. Dan, I think, needs to retire. I think Dan needs to retire. Give him Beneil Dariush. But I have somebody for Beneil Dariush later in the card. Quillan Salkilld. But Dan needs to retire. It's over. It's cooked. He's chopped. I mean, he's always been a fantastic journeyman, but that was rough to watch. Took hella damage. Hella, like a lot of damage. Bad damage. Super bad damage. Moving on, boys, to one of the most heartbreaking losses of the night. I mean, Fiziev lost to Mauricio Ruffy in a domination. A straight domination. Like, Mauricio Ruffy looked like prime Sean O'Malley. Like prime Sean O'Malley. It was bad. It was bad. It was rough. And look. It's over. Fiziev, I'm sorry. I love you. Salkilld versus Dariush should be next. Exactly. You want to laugh? Do you really want to laugh? Where is it? Should be here. Boom. The Quillan Salkilld. I had it lined up for you. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. EROKMMA, we have a very high level of production over here. All right, go check us out. EROKMMA on YouTube. But Mauricio Ruffy literally looked like prime Sugar Sean O'Malley. It was bad for Fiziev. I think Fiziev needs to get out of here. Fiziev needs years off. I mean, injuries on top of injuries, back-to-back losses to Justin Gaethje, now a loss to Mauricio Ruffy after Mauricio Ruffy just got dog-walked by BSD. I mean, he's going to KO Topuria? You must be sick. You must be sick. Ruffy is not going to be champion. Absolutely not. Never in a million years. Does not beat Topuria. Even two of them don't beat Topuria. Accept me in, bro. Gavi, I'm trying to break down this whole card for my YouTube channel, bro. Maybe another time. Thank you for the follow, though. But Fiziev is cooked. Fiziev is absolutely cooked, boys. I'm sick. This was a rough watch. I mean, like, who has Ruffy fought besides Bobby Green? Like, can we be serious? I like how Unc be talking. Sounds like sarcasm the whole time. Welcome in. I can't believe Mauricio Ruffy did this to my boy, Rafael Fiziev. I was waiting for some spinning heel kicks. Been here for months, Unc. I know. I see you. I see you. I see you. I was waiting for some spinning heel kicks. You know, I wanted to see them both spinning heel kick at the same time, and maybe their heels hit each other, and they both shattered the back of their heels, and it ended in a double KO, TKO. Something like that, but no. It was just a straight 1-2 clinic from Mauricio Ruffy. I can't believe this, bro. Called out Conor McGregor and or Paddy Pimblett. I mean, Paddy Pimblett needs to go somewhere else, but not here. Conor, I mean, if they're not doing that. Let's be real here. They're not doing that. Feed Mauricio Ruffy. Honestly, at 155, they're just going to give him Dan Hooker. They're just going to give him Dan. They're just going to give him Dan or Gamrot. They're going to try to build this star. They're not going to give him a tough fight, which sucks. Conor McGregor is coming back, I hope. The GOAT for eternity. Conor is coming back for the White House card. Told you, my theory for that is they're going to strip Ilia Topuria, give it to Justin, and let Justin and Conor fight for it at the belt. At the White House card. Come on, dog. I told you Volk would win. I know I feel stupid, bro. I had Volk at the beginning of the week, and then I just switched it up. I switched it up randomly. I was like, you know what? We're going to go Lopes. Volk has staff, and he's old. I was like, Volk has a cut on his ear, and he's ancient. We're going to be going Diego Lopes. Like, all right. I thought Ilia's coming back in June. Ilia said he's coming back April through July. We'll see. You never listen to me, dog? I know. I've always been the kind of guy that has to touch the oven while it's hot. Like, literally. They said Justin had staff, and look how he dog walked Paddy. That might be the play. Look to see who has staff, and we bet on them. Who's looking like they're coming in with staff, and we bet on them. Fiziev, I need you to take some time off, bro. Like, actually. Did you guys see this? Hunter Campbell laughing at Tai Tuivasa's fat ass just sitting there. Again, why was this fight even on the main card? Why was Tallison Teixeira versus Tai Tuivasa even on the main card? Like, why? Tai Tuivasa low-key sold. I mean, you knew Tallison Teixeira was not trying to stand with bro from like 30 seconds into the fight. He felt that fat man power. You know, Tai Tuivasa cuts to 265. My boy felt that fat man power and was like, no more. We're spamming. We are now going to spam takedowns against this dude. And look, Tai Tuivasa almost got it done in the third, but Tallison with the high IQ move of holding the gloves, like he's in this position, holding Ty's gloves so Ty can't get his hands out and ground and pound him. Beautiful. And Hunter Campbell's sitting there laughing. He's like, haha, buddy, you're getting cut. Hunter Campbell's sitting there laughing like, you're going to not like this text. You're going to not like this email I'm writing up for you. You know what I mean? Get bro out of here. That makes it like 6 in a row for Tallison, for Tai Tuivasa. 6 losses in a row. Holy. Derek Lewis sold so bad last week too. And this fight, listen, this fight right here, Tai Tuivasa versus Tallison Teixeira, it was giving me shades of Derek Lewis versus Alexander Volkov. Like, actually. You know what I mean? But, hey, Tallison Teixeira gets that dub, even though it was, like, so lackluster. I'm betting against Tallison Teixeira every time. That freak. Bro is, like, 6'9". He's, like, 6'9" with a reach of, like, 84 inches. Something insane like that. Seriously, go to the circus. Like, actually, go to the circus. Teixeira was getting wobbled last round, though. I mean, he's still... Tai Tuivasa still lost. Tai Tuivasa still lost. Nothing to get around it. I mean, Quillan Salkilld went out there and looked like a world beater, bro. Like an actual world beater. Went out there and submitted his opponent in the first round. Bro's different. Bro is just different. I wish Rafael Fiziev didn't lose. I know. I was on my hands and knees like this. right after. Sick. Sickening. Sickening. And look, we know they're not going to give Quillan Salkilld a tough fight. I mean, they literally just gave him a step down from Nasserat, the dude that he just knocked out, into Jamie Mullarkey. So, honestly, you know, you guys want to feed the star, feed the beast, give him Benoit. Benoit has a chin of a plastic bag. I freaking put 500 on Fiziev, man. Holy, that makes me feel a lot better. I put like 40, 25, 30. I have to look. It's been we're at like a net loss of like $65 today. We're at a net loss of $65 today. That's a fact. All right. But I know the UFC is going to try to build up Quillan Salkilld, so just give him Benoit. And that throws him in the rankings right there. Easy. Quillan wants a fighter in the fight in the rankings? Right there. That's right there. It's handed on a plate. Handed on a plate for you. Bro, I put 200. Would have won like 13 something? Yeah, exactly. Free us from the clutches of sportsbooks. Free us from the clutches of sportsbooks. Now, in even worse news. Now, look. I know I told you guys the whole week. Torres Finney. Torres Finney's the easiest bread on this whole card. I don't know why he's an underdog. I don't get it. Then he goes out there and fights like garbage. He fights like garbage. You'll never catch me betting again. Yeah, it'd be like that. He fights like garbage. But he posts on his Instagram that he tore his LCL in the first round. Shout out to Kevin. But he tore his LCL in the first round. I'm not the kind of dude to be like, you know what I mean? But he looked dog shit. He didn't limp until the fight was over. He just, Torres Finney looked garbage. And I even said before this fight, who did Torres Finney? Torres Finney. And even before this fight, I sat here and said, look, I really do think that Torres needs a finish because his last few fights were boring. The UFC hasn't booked him in a long time. And he goes out there and has a performance like that. And he goes out there to have a performance like that. Wait, he lost? Yes. Yes. Viciously. Viciously, very badly. All of the above. Like, literally all of the above. Actually, all of the above. I can't believe this. I can't. Like, I can't believe Torres Finney lost. I can't. But we skipped a few fights, boys. We had Junior Tafa versus Billy Ekana. I mean, Junior Tafa, he looked good for cutting all the weight because, you know, he used to be fat. Unk needs to take notes on parlays. I think I just need to do more research. I mean, I believed in this one wholeheartedly. I believed in my 5-leg wholeheartedly. My 5-leg, if you guys didn't know, was Lopes, Rafael Fiziev, Quillan Salkilld, Torres Finney, and Oban Elliott. Rough. Why did Rafael lose to my favorite fighter? Ain't no way you bench against Ruffy, Unk. Yes. I love Fiziev, man. I love me from some Fiziev. Just like Aldo. Just like Aldo, yes. Yes. But Junior Tafa looked pretty good until he didn't, and he got his ass whooped. So, you know, props to him. Cody Brundage versus Cam Raustein. I mean, this is a fight that put Cam Raustein on the map for me. I didn't know that bro was that tall. He's 6'3", 75-inch reaches. He just looked fantastic against Cody Brundage. And I wasn't really with the whole Cody Brundage is a bum thing because he took Mansour Abdul Malik to a decision. So let's like try to think about that. You know what I'm saying? But okay. To each his own, right? To each his own. But Cam Raustein went out there and looked like an animal. Like an actual animal against my boy Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage is not no slouch. Not at all. Not even a tiny bit. Just got done watching the post fight and get on TikTok to see E-Rock's first thing. I like that. Hey, thank you for the follow, bro. I appreciate that. And let's go, Bracer. So I was really upset to see Cody Brundage lose against Cam Raustein. Calls himself the Giraffe, Battle Giraffe. I mean, I get it. Dude is ridiculously tall. Ridiculously tall for the division. Like, actually ridiculously tall. I'm just like, I'm still in shock that Volk won. I'm still in shock that Diego lost. It's rough. It's rough. And Torres Finney went out there and got decimated, by the way. Decimated by a 1-2. Torres Finney only had an overhand and a left overhand right and a left hook. And a super wide left hook. Bro, what was your shock? Bro, what? You're in shock Volk won? Yes. Yes, I had Lopes, man. I definitely had Lopes. And Jonathan Miaclav versus Oban Elliott had some beef. I thought that those videos I was seeing on Twitter were old. I didn't know that him and Jonathan Miaclav had an actual beef, and it started this week. They're getting each other's faces, doing a whole bunch of other stuff. But Oban was doing fantastic. Fantastic. This is why I say E-Rock got the most casual takes, but I always tune in. Hey, as long as you're tuning in. As long as you're tuning in, we'll get the takes right. But Oban Elliott goes out there. He dominates for a long-ass time and then just gets caught in a submission. Pretty sure he shot, which led to him being in the submission. My bad. And Oban Elliott's now 2 losses in a row. Jonathan Miaclav got a lucky W against my boy. Please, UFC gods, do not cut Oban Elliott, the Welsh gangster. I need him in my life. Let's be honest here. Kafano Leafy won the craziest, literally the craziest robbery of 2026. Like, actually. I put $5 on him to win like $20, $17. And I thought it was over. I thought I was like, you know what? We're going to get caught. It's done. We need some help. But no, Missy goes out there and figures it out. What an animal. What an animal. And the road to UFC fights were all banging. Fucking word salad at this point. My boy had one bad whooping from BSD and everybody thinks he's ass. Yeah. Can't wait to bet $50,000 on Conor McGregor at the White House? No. No. How about that? Can't deny Rafael. He's the best striking I've ever seen when he's locked in for 2 minutes. Rafael hurt my heart, boys. That hurt my heart. Like, seriously. Like, seriously. But UFC 325 was really good. The road to UFC fights were banging. All the fights were banging. It's just my heart's broken. My heart is actually broken. It's ripped in half. It's torn. UFC 325 was one for the books. It was actually one for the books. I kind of lost it during the end of my recap. Falling asleep a little bit over here. But I hope you guys have a good one. I'm out of here. Check out the YouTube, EROKMMA on YouTube. If you guys want to see this full breakdown, I'm going to clip it up, post it on YouTube. And we have 1,000 other videos on there about UFC every single day. So it's always good to check out. Hope you guys have a good one. Wow, short-ass live. Yes, boys. We streamed the whole main card. I streamed the whole main card. I got off so I can go smoke, and I had to come back when we broke down the main card, and E-Rock going to bed. E-Rock a tired lad, boys. I'm sorry, Brycer. I'm sorry, boys. I'm a tired lad. Tomorrow, normally is my off day because it is Sunday. Normally we don't stream on Sundays. It's been like that for like 3 months now. But tomorrow we will be live a little bit earlier. Bro, it's 12:55. I know. I'm sorry. I'm fucking tired. I want to go, I want to go smoke some weed. Okay? All right? And I'm tired. I'm getting old? No. I was up early, boys. I was up early. You guys forget. I have a long day every day, all right? I wake up at like 7:30 every single day, bro. It's rough. I was up at 4. Okay, but I bet you took a nap. I bet you took a little tiny nap, all right? Like, I literally, like, spaced out in the middle of this recap. What do you get up so early for? I'm a father. I have a child. Went to the gym, went out and did some errands. No nap. Okay. All right. I see you guys. But UFC 324, it broke my heart. It broke my heart, boys. Oban Elliott. I see, brother. It's all good. Have some longer streams, though. I know, bro. I know. was supposed to be longer today, but I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Especially for the algorithm, that's a fact. My algorithm's good. My main card watch party, we did a main card watch party. We had 17,000 people watch just on TikTok. Ballin'! I just got to get some fucking more people to my YouTube channel. That's why I'm starting to do more of these, like, live, me recording YouTube videos live, because I feel like that would incentivize some of you guys to check out my YouTube content. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to figure it out. But UFC 325 was crazy. What a good time. I had a fantastic time. Not really. Not really, though. We went like 1 for 5 on the main card. We went 1 for 5 on the main card. It's okay. Hit the za and hit the bed. That's a fact. Bro, Finney sold me $1,300 of $20. What does that even mean? Oh, like sold you a parlay? Like that was the only leg that lost? Yeah. Yep. Oban too. Oban hurt my heart too. Hurt my parlay too. Brycer, I really appreciate that, man. Seriously. Boys, if you guys like what you guys watched, check out EROKMMA on YouTube. I'm everywhere. EROKMMA on Twitter. EROKMMA on Instagram. EROKMMA on Xbox. EROKMMA on YouTube. Come check me out, boys. Normally, we're off on Sundays, but tomorrow I'm going to sneak a little stream in for you guys. We'll see what's going on. My girlfriend wants to watch the Grammys. I am not watching that, all right? So, see if I can stream. It's all good. We'll get them next time. We're going to get them next time. Don't even worry about it, boys. We are going to get them next time. The next card is Mario Batista versus Vinicius Oliveira. It's going to be a banger. Kuroji Horiguchi versus Amir Abizi. Co-main event. Jonathan Almeida versus Razan Akuniev. Razan Akuniev looked like dog water. Looked like poo-poo. Dustin Jacoby, Julius Walker. Farad Basharai. Like myself some Farad. This card is pretty good for a fight night. Pretty good for a fight night. Some savages on there. Some real savages on there. But anyways, boys, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for tapping in. I love all you guys. We'll be live tomorrow for a little bit. Come check me out on Twitter. Come check me out on YouTube. Come check me out on Instagram. All that cool hot shit. I'll see what's going on, boys. I'm going to go hit the za and hit the bed. All right, man. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace out. Extended. All right, boys.